What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. We got another build guide. We got the best sculptor build right here. This is gonna be my last one of these, and then the next video is gonna be comparing the different archetypes into what would be probably the best for different people or overall the best and what I like the best. So let's go over the sculptor. So I got it to 74 power, 82 contact, 70 correction, 74 recovery, 67 transition, 71 putt contact, 80 putt path, 42 putt rhythm, 44 putt weight, 68 rhythm, 85 shaping, and 73 swing path. Um, so like I've said in the other videos, these three really don't matter. Recovery matters a little bit. I didn't touch correction because it's already pretty high, and I want to get path and contact as high as I could, while also adding power. So fittings obviously will round out the attributes, but this is like the baseline before fittings. My skill tree, I have this probably honestly isn't the best skill tree, but this is what I have on it. So always get the boost on shots you're gonna use a lot and you need them. So like choke tee shot I really like. Stinger I've actually kind of liked as well. Choke tee shot I use more as par threes, and then stingers kind of like to hit in the wind with the driver or like a 3-wood. Approach, get the boost. Choked approach, really good. Get the boost. Driver off the deck's kind of essential. Get the boost. Spinner, very good. And then runner and pitch, I don't really use. Um, choke punch, don't use. Recovery actually might be decent. So, I might be. So, if you're going to copy this build, instead of getting the power drive, I would get the recovery. And then boost on the flop, boost on the super flop, both really good shots. Bunker, don't really use splash much, and even if when I do, I don't really need the boost. Go through the power pick, and then get the pick, get the boost. So for the green, get the boost for the chip, so you can hit your points on the chip a lot easier. Same with putts. And then go through either side, doesn't really matter. Leg putt and bump and run are both basically useless. And then green reader. I went up to 3, but this is kind of personal preference. If you guys look at my tier list video of the shots, I show what it looks like without the skill, and then with 1 boost, 2 boost, 3 boosts, and 4 boosts. So it's kind of preference. I liked only, I didn't like the full, and I liked 1 less of it, so that's what I did. But it's totally preference to what you like. Some people might like only 1 or 2. Having 2 of these boosts, so if I took 1 of them off, it'd be pretty similar to the Pga Tour 2K23 grids. So that's like totally preference, and then I obviously have the tie spinner, but those don't use skill points. And now to round up the attributes, let's go into the bag. If you guys want to see like how I rank each shot type for that, because I know I kind of just went through that skill tree quickly. Go to that same video, the tier list, where I show each shot and I rank them in like a tier list. So look at that if you're curious about the shot types at all. And then this is my driver. So I have 90 power, 77 path, 82 contact. So 82 contact, 77 path is fine for the driver because you don't need to be as perfect on it all the time. So if you're a better player, this could be a pretty good build. You might want to go a little bit less power if you're not as good. So like I think this is the best build for someone who's like a top end player, but maybe for like your average player, honestly, I'd probably do technician anyway if you're kind of like a mid range player, not a sculptor. But definitely would add more to contact, and less power. So then that's what the driver is. The 3-wood, and the driver goes 294. The 3-wood goes 259 with 82 power, 81 path, and 86 contact, which is pretty solid points. They're big enough when you're hitting approach shots. The hybrid, I have 78 power, so it goes 236, which I like, that kind of gapping. 85 path and 86 contact, which is totally fine. So honestly, this build's probably pretty good, even if you're not as good, because like mid 80s is still like a big hit zone. Like it doesn't get that much bigger when you get up to like, say you went to like 93. It doesn't get much bigger. So I would just change your power. Like I put a lot of power on my driver just because I wanted to go farther, and I don't care as much about hitting perfects like I do on approach shots, because approach shots you gotta be obviously a lot more precise. So I would just take off a couple power fittings, put them on path and contact, and this would be a really good build for anyone actually. And then for my irons, I think it's same as the hybrid: 78 power, 85 path, 86 contact. Again, 85 path and 86 contact are good, especially if you're a higher player, already hit a lot of perfects. And then I like the gapping for these irons. That's why I stopped at that power. Wedges is the same. Same everything. I got I got 3 path, 1 contact, and 1 power fittings on it. And then the putter I don't have on right now, but I added 3. I guess we'll just look. Yeah, 3 contact and a path. So it ends up being 83 and 84 putt path and putt contact. Again, the rhythm and stuff doesn't matter as much. And then for a ball, I use the flight ball. When I go, like if I go on a ranked or something, I want to use a ball. I usually don't use a ball, but if I do, or if you guys are going to use a ball, like you're not in TGC or something that bans consumable balls, I would use the flight ball if you're pretty good, so you can get a lot more distance. If you're not as good, I would use the forgiveness ball. If you're a pretty good player, I'd use the flight ball because you get a lot more distance. And then obviously try to get it to sapphire. I don't have it to sapphire right now because, like I said, I don't use it much. So this is honestly a really good build, I think. The Sculptor is, because you can shape it pretty easily. Your correction's not that bad. Your recovery's fine. Like, I mean, if you go through it, the recovery being at 74 is pretty good. Shaping 85 is really good. It's more of like a higher end player build just because of the path and contact, but you can add fittings. So like say I added swing path. So I could get it to 85. So I mean, so this would be for like a lower end player or like a mid range player or somebody just wants more forgiveness, not really power hungry. I would do path and then another path. So now you're hitting the ball 290, and then probably would do a contact. So it's 85, 86, like that. So you hit it 288 would be a pretty good build. So I'm going to put back power fittings when I use the Sculptor. But overall, I think this is a pretty good build for anybody. You get enough, like this one, like this with the driver. Anybody who's a decent player can hit like mid 80s. If you guys want to see a video of me like showing what mid 80s to like 99 looks like, I can do that because it really is not that big of a difference. So I can show that in the next video, which will be comparing the archetypes and the overalls and everything and the attributes with fittings. So I can do that and show you guys like what it looks like with the like different perfects. So I'll probably do like 80, 85, 90, 95, and 99 and just show like side by side like what they look like, because it won't be that much of a difference. So you guys kind of understand how much it actually affects it, if you want more power or maybe even more forgiveness. But that's that video. I think the build's pretty good. Probably the best Sculptor build for power, path, and contact. I played well with it. I've liked this one, my Magician and Technician, and stay tuned in a couple days for my video, which will compare everything and give you my take on what the best build is. Thank you.